The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And our reporter tonight on the sideline is Allie LaForce. And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Isaiah Stewart.
And you can't get too wrapped up in the numbers, but sure, his rebounding volume has indeed been decreasing. Is that a function of physicality, alterations to playing style? Possibly. One thing for certain, you hope the decline isn't attributed to a lack of effort.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. The big men on the floor for him, Mobley and Allen. Harden out there with Mitchell, and it's Wade in at the 3. And for the Pistons, Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. Duncan Robinson out there with Cunningham. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. Greg, I think now is when we really see the value of depth as teams prepare for the playoffs.
It always helps when you can spread out your minutes, prevent stars from being overworked, and diminish the risk of injury.
And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Harris looking it over. Back to Cunningham. Basket is good, the assist from Harris.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
Now, here's Mobley. 17 points in his last outing. Harden, no good. Detroit with the ball. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But at that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
Well, give them credit for being the aggressors and seeking out the content. Did a great job of baiting the starters into fouling.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
People have said, Greg, he is a system unto himself. In fact, he said it about himself. James Harden's ability, GA, to break down defenses remains in rarefied air.
And even as he's lost a step now, his supreme skill level ensures he remains a threat on a nightly basis.
Mobley kicks to Wade. From deep, Harden. Harden missing again.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Robinson for 3. Jared Allen grabs the miss.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
And Mobley the bucket on the assist from Harden.
This is Mobley's zone. He's got all the size he needs to dominate this paint.
Harden against Cunningham. Allen with the rebound. Cleveland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Mitchell finds Mobley. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, and Mobley's teammates love throwing lobs his way. Why? Because he catches pretty much anything you throw up there.
The Pistons trailing. Cunningham with it. Coming off a stellar performance against Orlando. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland. Shot from 12. Here's Allen. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Nice positioning on the offensive boards. Allen working hard to secure that rebound.
Hey, yo, right here.
Harris outside. Duren up top. Thompson for the triple. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Cleveland leading by 3. And here in the first quarter with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Duren pulls it in. Robinson with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Cunningham's shot is off. The Cavaliers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Steps back and fires. And the shot falls short this time. Pass to Robinson. Back to Cunningham. Duran with the screen on Mitchell. There's the lob to Duran.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Stewart's checked in for the Pistons. Kevin Huerter comes in for Duncan Robinson. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. .143 left here in the opening quarter. And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003, soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot. The Cavaliers want Evan Mobley to rip and run. Coach Kenny Atkinson said, with him pushing it in transition, he's just scratching the surface. You see him handle the ball sometimes, and you're like, man, this guy is a point guard. Back to you, Kevin.
Yeah, but tremendous skill level. Allie LaForce with that report. Great job as always, Allie. Thanks. Bryant is checked in for Evan Mobley. And it's Bryant missing.
Great anticipation defensively. They were keyed in on him and ready to pounce.
On the wing, Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
He's been doing this for a long time. Harris is so productive inside.
Shooter passes to Merrill. Lets the three fly. Drains the three-pointer.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Cunningham looking it over. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
Tie game in Detroit. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. We've got Sam Merrill. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Harden. And it's Tomlin in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Yeah, the keep it simple method. Good decision to use the bounce pass just to get it there.
And so LeVert will bring it up for the Pistons, trailing by 2. Stewart a screen. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got his first basket of the night.
And how about the playmaking skills of LeVert? I like watching this guy break down the D in the pick and roll.
Harden outside. They set the pick. Jacks up a three. Another three for Cleveland.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys build contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Now, here's LeVert. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. 4 on the clock. From past the arc. Drills it from outside. Jenkins got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's ready to talk things through with them. Different look here for Detroit. Thompson, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. Duncan Robinson comes in for Kevin Huerter. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. Larry Nance is checked in for Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Dennis Schroeder. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And here is Mitchell. Hasn't made one yet. Nance passes to Merrill. Kicks it out to Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Rebounded by the Pistons. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
And you could tell it was demoralizing for their opponent, missing out on all those extra possessions.
Holland, no good. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Cunningham against Harden. Pass to Mitchell. Nance dishes to Mitchell. Fires the three. Holland with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
And this young Pistons team, GA, you and I love them, building around toughness.
Yeah, offensively, attacking the paint, defensively, where they are engaged. And they'll send you to the foul line quite a bit, but it's a product of that hard-nosed style.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. The shot no good, Tyson. And, well, Detroit shooting the ball at 42%. That gives them the lead. Thompson's got his second basket of the game.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Harden outside. Misses, and the dry spell continues. The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Stewart, a screen for Thompson. Count the basket. And it's a 4-point Piston lead.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
Robinson passes to Thompson. Stewart, a screen for Thompson. Again, the miss by Thompson. The Cavaliers trail by 4. 1:19 left here in the second. The Pistons have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Lobbed up there for Thompson. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
I think the rim could be 12 feet off the ground, and Thompson could still go get the lob.
And 1:01 left to play here in the second quarter. Hands a screen on Cunningham. Harden against Cunningham. Good on the shot. Harden's got 8 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
46 seconds left in the first half. Robinson a screen on Harden. Cunningham kicks to Holland. And it's Isaiah Stewart with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. For the Pistons, Duren, he's checked in for Stewart, and Harris subbed in for Holland. The Cavaliers trail by 4. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Allen outside. Pass to Mobley. Clock at 6. Count it. Mobley's got his third basket of the night.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Here's Cunningham, and the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pistons lead by 4. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm along.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Tonight's featured game sees the Cleveland Cavaliers in a tight one.
But you want the truth? I've seen college teams shoot better than these guys. They couldn't hit water from a yacht.
Shaq upgrading that punchline from a boat to a yacht. How bougie of you. All right, fellas, let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming. And that'll do it for halftime.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we've been seeing from Asar Thompson.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about the upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you very much for the report. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. Duncan Robinson out there with Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the center. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half.
A staple of Harden's attack. His three-point shot is about as lethal as it gets.
Thompson, a screen on Harden. That's a 2 from Cunningham. Mobley with the rebound.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Wade, and that one drops for him. Wade's got his first basket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. The Cavaliers have twin towers with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. Allen said when Evan was first drafted, there were a lot of questions on whether two big men could work together in the modern NBA. At this point, I think we've proved to everybody they're wrong. It's all working out, and every single year it gets better. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Here's Mobley, following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Here's Thompson. He's got 8. Robinson kicks to Thompson. There's the lob to Duren. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
One thing I really like about Asar Thompson, he's a team-first guy, always willing to make the extra pass.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Wade dishes to Allen. Pass to Harden. Puts up a three. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Driving to the basket. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
So fast of foot. On the run, Asar, tough to catch.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. The Cavaliers with a new 14. Allen's shot is off. Detroit leading by 7. Outside Robinson. Latrey. The Cavaliers pull it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Mobley finds Harden. The kick out to Mobley. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Another miss by Harden.
Got to find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not going to get it.
It's good. Thompson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pistons.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Cavaliers. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Robinson against Mitchell. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Showing off his skills as a shooter. Mitchell knocking down that mid-range look.
And Greg, what stands out most about Donovan Mitchell's game?
I think it's his consistency. He's a fearsome scorer pretty much since he set foot in the league. And with his pull-up game, he can get his shot off against anyone.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. The Pistons making a change here. Jenkins checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Tyson's checked in. And it's Sam Merrill in for Wade. Thompson outside. Robinson passes to Thompson. In the corner, it's Harris. Duren, and Duren is right there. Duren's got 6 in the quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Harden kicks to Mobley. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. A 3-ball. Hands it from downtown. Merrill's got 6.
The list of guys who have led the league in points and assists, well, it's a short one. That includes James Harden, LeBron, Wilt, Oscar, amongst others.
Now here is Harris. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
It's good from long range.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Pass to Jenkins. And here's Thompson. Jenkins with a screen for Thompson. Here's Harris. From outside the arc. Harris missing again. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Merrill can't hit. Pistons leading by 3. There's the lob to Duren. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Here's Harden. He's got 14. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Mobley. Now, here is Harden. Easy money, James Harden.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
For three, Harris. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. The Pistons on top. They lead by a bucket. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Cleveland, Dennis Schroeder is out there with Harden. Then it's Sam Merrill. And it's Tyson in at the 4 slot. Herder passes to LeVert. Cunningham outside. Pass to Herder. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. Herder's got himself on the board with 3 there.
A guy who completely trusts his mechanics, Herder knocks it down.
Schroeder against Cunningham. Now Harden. Here's Merrill. Fires the 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Here's Cunningham. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pistons.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
Here's Mitchell. They set the pick. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Here's Stewart, and the dunk by Stewart.
Oh, nice vision by Cunningham. Pretty much a 6'6" point guard. Cade is a really good passer.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Now, here's Mitchell. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Stewart.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Inside. Back to Herder. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. For the Pistons, Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Thompson comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Kevin Herder. And Cleveland also making a change. Mobley's checked in. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Mobley, a screen on Robinson. And it's Mitchell missing.
They're losing because he is struggling so bad, and he has not looked comfortable all game.
Here's Cunningham. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his 3rd assist on the night.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Now, here is Harden. That one's off. Still out of sync. Harden against Cunningham. Over Harden. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pistons.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
For Cleveland, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Harden looking it over. Down it goes for 3.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taking advantage of a really tired defense.
Going to work down low.
And you can see why they continue to call Cunningham's number. Once he's flipped that switch, let him go to work.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Jared Allen's checked in for Cleveland. Wade comes in for Ellis. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
Allie, thank you so much. Cunningham pulls it down.
That's kind of a Hail Mary there. That's the mark of desperation.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Takes a step back. Wade outside. Fires the 3. Duran pulls it down. And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Out Cunningham. And the 3 misses. Harden against Cunningham. 12-footer. Gets it.
It's crazy. We've gotten used to this effortless dominance from James Harden. He scores in a multitude of ways.
Detroit leading by 10. Cunningham fires. Knocks down the 3.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Now here's Harden. And get the 3. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now Duran. Robinson. Off target from outside. And it's Harden with the ball for the Cavaliers.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Pistons.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight we'll make it 46. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Cade Cunningham.
Incredible game for him. He had endless energy. No doubt, best player on the floor tonight.
Outside Mobley. Wade fires. The 3 is off. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us on this presentation from 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.